Hello and welcome to another box review. This Tokyo Treat box was sponsored by Rashid, who requested that the box be reviewed by my original character, Asphodel Meadows. Suppose it doesn't look too much different, but we'll see how it goes. After all, who am I to refuse such a devoted pet? The December Sakura Co box has arrived, and it's up on my wish list, waiting to be adopted by someone. So if there's a cosplayer or character that you would like to see review next month's Sakura Co box, go sponsor it, and we'll get to it next month. But for now, let's get into this one. The theme of this box was Akiba Adventure. I still stand by my original statement that the stuff in these boxes is not super uncommon here, but I have been having fun with them. I will admit that. It wouldn't have been my first choice, but I have enjoyed it. So the first one was, and they seem to always put one of these in here, a Kit Kat flavor. Kit Kat Autumn Chestnut. Now, lately I've become somewhat of a fan of chestnut things, and this was no exception. Like the sweet potato one we had for Halloween, it's white chocolate on the outside, with chestnut filling, and it's pretty delicious. I gave some to my friend, who also enjoys chestnut, and she really liked it too. So, yes, these are pretty good. I don't know what it is with Japan and Kit Kat flavors, but they seem to have endless ones. Guess that's why they can put one in every box. The next thing was Lost Detective Candy. Now, the one thing I see about this box is that a lot of it just seems to be really gimmicky, and that really comes through in this box. A lot of the candy is pretty generic tasting, really. So, here it is. I don't know if this is supposed to be a character from anything or if it's just their own little mascot, but it has a very confused looking guy with a magnifying glass on it. And they're pretty much just like, they're almost like tiny gobstoppers. They change color. I did check. They have a thing on the back that shows that they change color. But they're a little more clear than gobstoppers, I guess. Like, they're solid at first, and then when you eat the top layer off, then they become, like, transparent. They're just hard candy, and they just taste generically like fruit. So, good, but not terribly exciting, I guess. This one was really weird. I almost wish I'd left some of it so that I could have shown you the color. The color was extremely unappetizing. This was soda fountain candy, and the book describes it as if you mixed all your favorite sodas together at once. And I suppose that's not entirely wrong. Although the cola note really comes out above everything else. It does a little bit taste like, I don't know, Ramune and lemon lime kind of thing. But the thing that was really weird about it, it was just one big long tube, and it was chewy, and it had a nice texture, but it was gray on the outside, and then white on the inside. And the gray color was, yeah, a little bit unappetizing looking. So, that sure was a choice. But it tasted good. I liked the taste. So, as long as the color doesn't put you off, you'll be fine. I had a complicated relationship with these. Yamayoshi potato chips, spicy green onion flavor. They were pretty good. I like chips, they were good texture, but they were a little bit too spicy for me if I ate too many at a time. So, yeah, I think this is one thing where I might have been happy with a smaller bag, because then I would have been less tempted to just keep eating them until my face was on fire. And they were very oniony, so Spicy green onion is a bit of a weird flavor, but maybe that's just me. They still weren't bad though, so. Like I said, complicated relationship. Now this mini cola, again, here we see the gimmickiness. It comes in a tiny little knockoff Coke can. And they're tiny little hard candies. But they taste like if you've ever had gummy cola bottles. They taste like that. So they're pretty good. But the most exciting thing about them really is the container. Okay, this was fun though. So this box, I guess they have a drink usually, and this month they had Mystery Fanta. And it's blue. And yes, it is a mystery flavor. I tasted it first, and then I went online to see if anyone had figured out what it was or revealed what it was supposed to be or whatever. I've seen, but the problem is they release this in different countries, and it looks like some of their mystery Fanta, they have one color but 3 different flavors. So it depends on what bottle you get. So I'm not actually sure. I saw something suggesting that the blue one was tropical. To me, it tasted somewhere between like a peach nectarine sort of stone fruit thing. But it's very delicious in any case. I wonder if I'll ever find out what it really is supposed to be. 100% gimmicky. The million-yen fish jerky. I'd never had fish jerky before, so that was interesting. But it came in this little package that is supposed to be a 1,000,000 yen note, I guess. And it had like a little mayonnaise pouch, and you're supposed to put the mayonnaise on the fish jerky before you eat it. And I like fish and fishy flavors, so it was good. I liked it. But again, I think the thing that made it special was the package. Because I've seen fish jerky for sale all over this place. Once again, the JR Express Train chocolate. These taste a bit weird, if I'm being honest. Oops, it's open. I don't want them all to come out. But it's in a box that looks like a little train. And I expected them to be like normal chocolate, but they're not really. They're chocolate flavored. But they're kind of waxy on the outside, and they have a weird texture, and they're just very fake chocolate, so they're not super great. The train is cute, though. But as for the chocolate itself, just get real chocolate. More gimmicky things. This, I couldn't even get it to work very well. It's a camera candy dispenser. So this candy is just like hard candy, and it tastes like Ramune. And it's supposed to be that when you press the shutter on the camera box, it opens. Oh, it worked that time. It opens the front, and then the candy is supposed to come out. But it doesn't fit through the hole very well. So, yeah, the only exciting thing about this box is, I guess, the design, which seems to leave much to be desired. So I can't even get one to come out right now. But yeah, it's supposed to be, you know, like a little retro... Ah, there we go! I finally got it to work. It's supposed to be a little retro disposable camera. But yeah, candy is average, box design probably needs some work. Either that or I'm just really bad at working it, I don't know. This, okay, I have a story about this, and I guess it's a good story for today. These are Gudetama custard cookies. And I didn't open this bag because I've had these before. And where have I had them before, you may ask? The very person who sponsored this box for me came to visit me one time in the summer, and he found some of these at a store that's local to him, which is in a different country from me, and he brought them up to me. So I had 2 bags of these previously as a gift. So I've eaten these before. They're excellent. And I see there's not really much point in opening it because you won't be able to see it on this level of camera, but every cookie is printed with a little picture of Gudetama. And it's not like there's 1 or 2 pictures. I actually, in my other bag, I went through about 12 different cookies and they all had different pictures on them. So it's a really nice variety. And they're just tasty little cookies with everyone's favorite lazy egg printed on them. So I will open these later. But I enjoyed them last time I had them, so I'm sure I'll enjoy them again. Now, the next thing. Ah, yes. The other thing I like about this box is noodles. Last time we had the squid ink noodles for Halloween. And this time it was kitsune udon in a little cup. And it was actually pretty good. It had a bunch of stuff in it. It had like tofu, it had the little fish cake, it had some seaweed, and it tasted really good. I'm usually not a fan of cup noodles, and I don't know if it's just like North American cup noodles that do this, but they tend to like taste like the cup to me, and I don't like that. But these ones didn't do that, and they were lovely. So that was a nice little dinner for me one night when I was busy doing something else. So I very much enjoyed that. This was really weird. I'm not really sure how I felt about this one. Saucy Sundae? So they were rice crackers, I guess, but they actually felt like there was another thing that had that, the taiyaki, which I'll talk about later. But it's almost like a wafer kind of thing that they use for a bunch of sweets. They usually have chocolate inside them, and they're like a styrofoamy texture of wafer that is just vaguely sweet. And on their own, the senbei tasted like that. But it came with a sauce pouch that just tasted like katsu sauce. So it was really like aggressively savory on top of this mildly sweet senbei. So it wasn't bad, but it was a little bit weird. I don't know if that's just my Western palate. I mean, like, I grew up eating a bunch of random Asian stuff, so I think I'm not quite so whitewashed in my tastes as some people might be, but this was still, I'll admit, a little strange to me. Miso katsu jerky. This was supposed to be fish jerky, but it's also katsu flavor, and katsu, I believe, is pork. So it says, yeah, it's made to taste like one of the most beloved dishes in Japan. So, I don't know. So this also had katsu sauce on it. It was weird, because it was right on here. It wasn't a package or anything. It was just like a big strip of jerky. Which, well, I guess it didn't taste fishy. This one didn't, because there was a fish jerky in here, and that one definitely tasted like fish. This one didn't. I don't know that it tasted like pork, but it tasted more like red meat, if that makes any sense, than like seafood. And the sauce probably helped. So it was pretty good. I don't know that I would want to eat it again, because the texture was a little weird with the sauce being right on it, because it made it kind of soggy. I think it would have been better if it was a sauce packet like the other thing. Okay, this thing exceeded expectations. Puku Puku Thai Lemon Tea Taiyaki. So I've had things that are kind of like this. They're like a fake taiyaki thing. If you've ever seen taiyaki, it's like a little cake thing that's shaped like a fish generally. So this was shaped like a fish, but this was what I was talking about earlier, the light wafer, and it's full of this airy chocolate. And a lot of the time here you can get either like normal chocolate or strawberry chocolate, and they come in cones a lot of the time. Like I've had cones like this. But this was a taiyaki fish shape, and when I first looked at it, I only saw the lemon part. So when I ate it, I got a very pleasant surprise because it's lemon tea and the emphasis is on the tea and not the lemon. So it had a really lovely tea flavor and it was just exceptional. I really enjoyed this and I wish I could get more of them. My regret was that I couldn't share it with any of my friends because when I opened it, it had been a little bit damaged. So there was just kind of crumbs in the envelope and I didn't want to, like, get crumbs all over everything. So I just ate the whole thing. So sorry, guys, I couldn't share it with you. These were a bit weird, too. Polinki lightly seasoned corn snack. These I did share with someone who said to me that they reminded them of a bugle, if you've ever had bugles. Except the thing that I find about bugles, and more than one person has told me this, it's that generally one has a lifetime saturation point of bugles. So you will enjoy bugles up until a certain point in your life, and then you will have eaten your last bugle and you will never want to touch one again. And this has happened to me and to several other people I know, so I think it's a common phenomenon. But these, they didn't have that same, I don't know, the je ne sais quoi that makes you not want to eat a bugle ever again. They were actually somewhere between bugles and like Chex cereal, I guess. They were vaguely sweet. Like a sweet salty. But yeah, they were a little bit cereal-y. Like, they were that puffed corn with the waffly texture. So they were pretty good. I think I could have eaten a bigger bag of these. They were a nice little snack. Is there anything else? Let's see. Oh no, that's it. So that was it for this box. And I think it's pretty clear. My favorite by far of the sweet things was this. This delicious lemon tea, light, airy chocolate in a wafer shaped like a fish. I loved it. And I'd love to have more. But sadly, that will never happen. I'll never see this again, I'm sure. My heart aches. The savory thing. Okay, I'm going to be a little different this time, and I'm going to go for the udon. Because while some of the snacks were good, they were also all a little bit weird. Or a little bit painful. To me, personally. If you like spicy things and onion, you will love these, I'm sure. But they ended up a little hot for me. But the udon was really good. And like I say, I don't generally like cup noodles because they taste like a cup. This one didn't, so it exceeded my expectations in that regard. It was nice to have, like, actual things in it and not just noodles, because a lot of the cheap-ass Western noodles are, like, just noodles and broth, and that's not very exciting. I like it when they come with, like, the dehydrated vegetables, the seaweed, the fish cake, the tofu, and this had all of that, so it was very good. So that's it for this month. I don't know if I'm getting another Tokyo treat. I guess we'll see. I actually don't know what I'm getting next month besides the Sakura code that I've already received. So, I will see you again for at least one box next month. So, till next time, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.